Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are jumping into a massive shift in how wars are fought. We're talking about how artificial intelligence is rewriting the entire playbook. And to do that, we're going to look through the lens of a really fascinating new military doctrine from the Indian Army. Everything really boils down to this one single idea. And this isn't just some catchy slogan. It's a principle that's forcing armies all over the world to completely rethink what combat even is. The focus is shifting from bullets to bandwidth. Okay, so let's get into it. This whole revolution, it really starts by changing the very definition of the word combat, because it's just not as simple as two armies meeting on a field anymore. So check this out. The new definition completely expands the battlefield. It's not just about physical force, not anymore. The real fight now rages across the electromagnetic spectrum. We're talking radio waves, signals, all of it. And through the nonstop flow of data. To win, you have to control all three. And this chart just lays it all out, doesn't it? We're moving away from an industrial age way of war, which was all about steel and firepower. Now we're in the cognitive or information age. And the deciding factor? It's not who has the biggest guns. It's who can make smarter decisions faster. The pace of war is no longer human. It's algorithmic. So if the battlefield itself is changing this much, that brings up a really big question. Who are the new fighters on this new front line? And the answer? Well, it might actually surprise you. Okay, this is a really big deal. The Corps of Signals, these are the Army's communicators, the network specialists, who were always seen as a support service. They're being redefined as frontline warfighters. And that's not just a change on paper. It's a massive cultural and operational shakeup. And to make this real, they're being organized into these brand new units called Information Maneuver Brigades, or IMBs. And just look what's in them. You've got signals, electronic warfare, cyber operations, even psychological operations, the whole shebang. They're not separate little units anymore. They are fused together into one force that's built to fight and win the information war. So here's the key takeaway. Their job isn't just to support the battle anymore by making sure the radios work. No. Their job is to fight the battle of the networks. They're meant to attack the enemy's ability to see and talk while fiercely defending their own. And that directly impacts the physical fighting, the kinetic stuff on the ground. Now let's build on that. Because this whole new way of fighting for information dominance, it's being put on steroids by a powerful new technology, artificial intelligence. This quote really gets to the core of it. In this new era, the winning army isn't necessarily the one with the most soldiers or even the fastest connection. It's going to be the army whose AI can think faster, protect information better, and use that information as a weapon more precisely than the other guy. And this slide is where things get, well, frankly, a little crazy. You might have heard of the OODA loop: observe, orient, decide, and act. It's the basic rhythm of human decision-making in a fight. Well, AI takes that process, which could take a commander hours, and crushes it down to seconds, or even milliseconds. That's a game-changing, almost unbelievable acceleration of war. So what this really means is that AI isn't just a planning tool you use back at headquarters. It's an active combatant in the fight at every single stage. Before the battle, it's predicting what the enemy will do. During the attack, it's in there, jamming and hacking in real time. And after, it's instantly assessing the damage and telling you where to hit next. But this creates a totally new and fascinating problem, one that military leaders have literally never had to deal with before. If AI is a combatant, how on earth do you lead it? And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Traditional command is all about giving orders to people. So what does it even mean to lead a digital soldier, an intelligent system that can reason and adapt and maybe even act on its own? The answer seems to lie in this concept called Agentic AI. Now, we're not talking about simple automation here, not just a script. We're talking about autonomous software agents that you give a mission goal to, and then they figure out how to do it themselves, working with humans and other AIs. So think of it less like a tool and more like a digital junior officer. This just forces a complete change in how you think about command. You have to move away from that classic top-down pyramid to what's being called a hybrid command paradigm. The human commander is no longer just a director shouting orders. They become more like an orchestra conductor, right? Orchestrating this team of both humans and intelligent AIs, guiding them with goals and feedback instead of micromanaging them.
And that brings us to the final and maybe the most mind-bending part of this whole transformation. Because if AI is a combatant and it changes how we command, well, then it must also change the rules themselves.
Here's the ultimate challenge. When your technology is evolving at light speed, any fixed doctrine, any rulebook on how to fight, is at risk of becoming totally obsolete, like overnight. So the process of writing the rules has to get just as fast as the AI itself. And the proposed solution is something straight out of science fiction. It's a system called VARS, the Virtual Agentic Review System. The idea is to use AI to help you review and update your own military doctrine at machine speed. A human officer submits a question, and a whole team of AIs analyze the rules, debate the implications, and propose an update, all in the blink of an eye.
And VARS isn't just a single AI, it's a whole committee of digital experts. You've got one that checks for logical flaws, another one for technical feasibility, and crucially, you have an AI agent that flags ethical and legal problems. You even have one that stress tests the new rule by pretending to be the enemy. It's a full spectrum review, done almost instantly. So, as we're standing right on the edge of this completely new era, it all comes down to this really profound question. When our machines become not just our weapons, but our strategic advisors that are actually helping to write the rules of war, what does human responsibility even mean? And who, in the end, is truly in command?